What's good, y'all, man? Had to react. Detroit versus Tampa Bay. It's today at 3 o'clock. So in a little bit, in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. I'm rolling with Detroit. I think they got the better team coming in. You will look at Jared Goff. He's been having a phenomenal season for them. Jameer Gibbs. Obviously, you got David Montgomery. The receiving end, Sam Laporta's been a beast at the tight end position. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jamison Williams. They got too many weapons, man. No disrespect to Tampa Bay, but I think they'll be able to handle that a little bit better. Obviously, they're going to bring a little bit of blitz. That is going to probably affect Goff to a little bit of degree. But I like their play calling a lot better at Detroit. I think they're going to be able to run the ball better and take away that pressure that Todd Bowles likes to bring on defense. So, in my opinion, I think they're going to come on top. And I think, for Tampa Bay offensively, I think they're going to be a little bit more prone to turnovers. No offense. Obviously, Baker had a great game, 300-plus yards. There's won 2 playoff games now with 2 different teams. Only a couple players in history have done that. So shout out to him. But I think he's going to meet his match in this one, right? Brian Branch, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Aiden Hutchinson. Like they're going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to make these big hits. Hutchinson is a problem off the edge, man. I think he's going to be able to create some havoc, force some different things, some errant throws, some turnovers. So I think it's just the luck's going to run out now. Mike Evans is going to be kind of the X factor in this game. He's going to have to be able to take advantage and in some spots. And I'm not going to lie, Detroit's defense is a little susceptible to some things. So they got to just be very smart, take what the defense gives them. And if Tampa Bay wants to have a chance to win. But I'm rolling with Detroit, man. I think they just got too much. I like their head coach, Dan Campbell. And I just think, man, being at home, winning your first playoff game in over 30-plus years, that crowd going to be electric. They're going to be ready to go. And I think Detroit dominates this game, in my honest opinion. Them running the football, them being able to hit the tight end Sam Laporta, who looks like he's going to be a really excellent player heading going forward. So I think Detroit wins this one by a landslide, and they're going to dominate this game and move on to the NFC Championship game for the first time in some years. All right, now this is the game. I'm really excited for this one. You got Chiefs, you got versus Chiefs Nation versus the Bills, man, and obviously you got these two dudes who are studs. Bolton, Chris Jones, right on the back end. Jerry Sneed's been having a good season. Justin Reed. I think it's going to be really, really interesting, man. They're going to have to be able to affect Josh Allen. I think, you got to make Buffalo one-dimensional, right? We've seen them struggle, but their new coordinator, Joe Brady, who took over midseason, he's shown his ability to be able to run the ball with James Cook and be able to run the ball with, obviously, some of their guys, bringing in Leonard Fournette and things like that. So that's going to be really crucial for them. And they can force them to one-dimensional, force Josh Allen into some mistakes. You got to feel really good coming in this one. And this is the first time, as we said, Patrick Mahomes is on the road. We don't see this very often. Usually he's at home. It's usually at Arrowhead Stadium, but it's going to be a little different this year. So I'm curious to see how he's going to perform. Obviously, in KC it gets cold, Buffalo gets cold, but it's the first time in a hostile environment. So Bills Mafia going to have to stand up, make it tough for them. But I expect an electric game. Their games are always close between him and Josh Allen. So I expect it to go back and forth, man. Probably a one-possession game to decide who goes to the AFC Championship game and who will play Baltimore. But Chiefs, you got to do what you got to do. I think you got to continue to lean on Rashee Rice offensively. He's been the number one target. Obviously, you still got Kelsey. But Kelsey, in the middle of the field, he's going to generate a lot of double teams, right? So they're going to run a lot of zones, and they're going to double team him. So Rashee Rice got to step up. Marquez Valdez-Scantling got to step up. Like, those are the guys they're going to need to step up, especially, when they double Travis Kelce. And then just giving the ball to Isaiah Pacheco. Let him run the rock. Let him tote it, you know what I'm saying? And really play like, that downhill running football type of a game. Being able to lean on him and control the clock a little bit. I think that's going to be very, very crucial in this one. And, using Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think they need to use Jerick McKinnon, too, a little bit more in the passing game. I think he's a threat, especially on third down. Just let him do option routes and things like that. That's going to be something to watch, man. But it's going to be really intriguing. Now, for Buffalo, man, I definitely think you got to, lean on the rushing attack. I talked about that a little bit earlier. But, yeah, you got to lean on James Cook and keep Mahomes off the field, right? Keep Mahomes off the field. Josh Allen, he just can't be mistake privy in this game. He just can't. He got to be able to protect the football. If something's not there, run it or throw it away. I think mistakes in this game are going to be amplified. You don't want the other team to get the lead, other team to go up. So I think that's going to be really intriguing to see who wins the turnover battle. And I think the Bills got a real good defense. Chiefs got a really good defense. So I think it's going to be one of those epic battles, man. And I'm definitely going to be at the forefront watching this game. Can't wait to see who comes out on top. But, I'm rolling with the Bills, man. I think Josh Allen, I think this is his time. We know he's been to AFC Championship game before, but I think he finally can get over that hump in the playoffs. He has not beaten Mahomes in the playoffs yet, but he's won the last two matches between these two. NFL loves it. They say it's one of the next best QB, battles. They compare it to Brady Manning. Obviously we're going to see, but I love that they're battling each other again. I think the fourth time in 5 years, so it's going to be intriguing, man. But I'm rolling with Buffalo. I think they're going to be able to run the rock. I think their defense is going to be able to get stops, and I think Josh Allen's going to be a problem in this game. And I like what they could do with Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, and then obviously got Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and those boys, man. So I think it's going to be intriguing. But I got to go with Buffalo, man. I think Buffalo wins it. A close game, back and forth. One of those epic duels between those two yet again. But I think Buffalo comes out on top. Bills Mafia, this is their time. They win this game. They move on to AFC Championship.